We are starting soon.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to another live here on Album Book Club. This week we are doing Teethmark's debut LP, which is RAZE Rec Rebuild RAZE. We're really excited. Teethmarks actually are here with us this week, so big thanks to those guys for being here with us, and also just really cool to have the band here.
Yeah, it's really sick.
Yeah.
We also saw these guys live, and they put on an absolute amazing show. So when you get a chance, make sure you go check these guys out.
Yeah, there's a vlog of that too, I believe.
There is. It's the Minnows vlog.
Yeah, it
from
was
March.
part of the connections we made from very much disliking the Minnows CD that we loved live. I don't think we're gonna have the same comments tonight, so.
It's like, I don't know what you're talking about. That album's right over there.
Yeah, okay. All right. So
Ugly.
we can start with top three. You want to go first, Carson?
Sure, I put my phone down.
Well,
Oops. My top three songs were Neon Blackout, Black Whale White Sound, and Next Room Over.
all right. Mine were Neon Blackout, Black Whale White Sound, and No Chorus.
I thought it was all going to be the same. I had Nothing Lasts, White Whale or Black Whale White Sound, and Next Room Over.
I had Black Whale, White Sound, Tin Soldiers, and No Chorus.
Nice.
Commonality there. Yeah.
All right. And now for our bottoms.
I cheaped out Wendigo on Skates.
Yeah, I don't really like that it's the bottom song being kind of almost an interlude here, but that's also what I have. It is When to Go on Skates.
I'm right there with you. When to Go on Skates for the same reasons.
Yeah, I have nothing less because I didn't cop out.
Hey, it's just so easy to put the interlude as the bottom song, especially when you enjoy the album.
I also can't lie, the interlude did get a 10.
You're spoiling the results. We'll get there. All right. And do we want to just roll right into songs? Do we want to talk anything?
I was going to ask if you wanted to say anything about it before we start.
Yeah, let's go. If you guys, Teethmarks, if you guys have anything you want to talk about the album, any of the concept, production, any of that stuff, we usually do some history, but you guys are here, so it makes no sense.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Can, what is it about the top songs that you guys connected with specifically?
Oh, we're actually going to go through song by song and go through them all. Yeah. So we'll go through the whole thing. Not to spoil it.
A little spoiler on my end. Neon Blackout may have gotten stuck in my head 16 times throughout the course of this week. I've also listened to the album 4 times. Or LP.
Yeah.
I have to ask, what's your opinion on Full Weight? I didn't hear anybody even mention it.
That's Jeremy's favorite, by the way.
Yeah, it's my favorite.
Oh, Full Weight barely didn't make my top 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It's just
scored
right there.
barely underneath.
We'll take barely underneath.
He'll accept that.
Yeah, this was an interesting one because the top doesn't do it a lot of justice because all of these scores are really tight grouping.
Mm-hmm.
So I think you'll like how it ends up. Cool. Yeah, so this album came out this year, not too long ago, right?
A couple weeks ago.
A couple weeks ago. Nice.
Yeah, I think officially November 7th, and then we released it with a party at Ace of Cups on the 14th of November.
Nice. Well, I can tell you it is a great work as a first release. That was really impressive knowing that, listening.
We cheated. We've had other first releases.
Yeah, I think I remember a little bit of that from our conversations at the show. Is that it's a band of veterans, which usually makes for a good thing.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
All right, we can go ahead and get into track 1 then if we want.
Yeah, track 1, Next Room Over, I gave it an 8.5 out of 10.
Nice. I gave it a 9.
I gave it an 8.
Yeah, I gave it a 7.5.
Who wants to get started?
Let us roll right into that 9, Carl.
All right. This is one of the funny things. I usually complain about the mix. I usually complain about the EQ. But this album sounded so good, I just went in and turned the EQ off. My general fixer for mixes I don't like, I turned off here. Other than it being just a little quiet, which is not a major issue at all, I just really enjoy how this whole album sounds from here on out. And it was a great first example of it. There's a really hard, solid groove the whole way. And I just love the way everything builds and the amount of dynamics going on. That's really it.
Yeah, it's a really cool track. I like cranked the volume. I was like, oh, this is a really good mix. So I just absolutely cranked it, and listening to this loud is a different experience. Like a really big thing that stuck with me on like this track and some of the other ones, I really loved how like visceral the vocals got during it. Like you could just like feel everything coming through there, and it was super cool to hear that.
Yeah, I think this is a great introduction to the sound. It's got some great energy. I love the chorus, and this, along with honestly a lot, if not most, of the tracks on here sound like something that could go in like a movie soundtrack, and that's always getting points from me. So
Yeah. Very unfortunately, intro tracks usually have a benchmark score in my brain, and this got like benchmark plus pretty much, and I just enjoyed it a lot. I didn't want to go way too hard off the rip because I didn't want to set my scores to be all around like one score. Yeah. Other than that, there was just a lot going on in a good way. It was very high energy while still being like I felt like I could kick my feet back and relax, and that is something to be said for the song. There's also like a lot of bass, but not too much bass, and I don't know how to explain that. It felt like I was wrapped in a warm blanket of bass, and that was a great feeling.
We all love that.
Yeah, we the band is very bass, mid bass centric.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Awesome. We can just keep rolling into track 2, which is 10 Soldiers.
Oh, I gave it a 7.5 out of 10.
I gave this one an 8.
I gave this one an 8.
I gave this one an 8.
Nice. We're all keeping pace tonight, boys.
I'll give it an 8 too.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, we had a little bit of a slowdown here, but it kept the energy up, which is always a big bonus for me. Especially since I'm a drummer, I just want everything to go fast all the time. That's just my thing. But I love all of the changes between the segments. That's the other note I have here. There's just so many different little snapshots, and every time it goes, it feels like you're in another little area, but it all fits together. It's just such an interesting way to do it.
Yeah, you kind of stole the words right out of my mouth. The different variances that we get within this one track, it's insane. I love every little bit of it. You hear so many cool things going on all the time, and I feel like the like some of the effects used too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, what like just a masterful showcase in how to build like a soundscape.
Thank you.
Yeah, this was for me a great continuation of the sound that the first song brought. I think it's a more memorable chorus than the last one, but yeah, I this is one like Carson in the first song. This one kept popping back in my head all week.
Yeah. Way to leave me some stuff, guys. Notably, the guitar and bass, I think especially in this song, we're working. I say especially in this song, we're 2 tracks in here. We're working like really, really well together, and even at a professional level, that's something that's hard to capture in recording, and it was definitely captured here. The vocal cadence itself was very catchy, very easy to follow. I found myself being able to guess the notes it was going to next, but not in like a snobby way. It was just like I really hope they're going to this note, and they did. Just perfect there. I guess my only gripe about it was post first chorus, pre second chorus. There's like a little secondary background guitar part that was really cool, but just a tad quiet. I don't know if it was maybe like 2 or 3 different guitar parts that were all just kind of like fluttering back and forth, but I was really enjoying that as a guitar player. So.
Nice. Yeah, I will.
My idea. I had to turn Jeremy down.
I was gonna say overall, this album it sounds so organic. It's really interesting to hear something so huge that just has this very real vibe to it. It's hard to explain if you haven't heard it.
Do you think it has anything to do with the fact that we heard a lot of it way before it came out?
I mean, I guess that's fair. But what's really funny is listening to the album sounds like what I remembered it sounding like live, just clearer. And that's like
awesome.
that's exactly the best compliment I think ever.
No, I kept getting that, and I had to, for the video, I kept rewatching certain parts of it. So some of those are like already burned into my head, and then I got to hear them again, like months later. It was really cool.
Well, that is
Yeah, that
awesome.
was definitely we wanted that to come through, and actually informed a little bit of our approach on recording it. Where typically, not typically, but in past situations where we've been together in some form or other, writing and recording a record, we would typically scratch track, do a click often,
Yeah.
and then not use any of those tracks just because they were essentially put down so that we could overdub everything. On this record and with this band, we made the distinct decision to not go at it that way, to kind of play together as naturally as we would as we're playing live, and then we kept all of those tracks. So there's certainly overdubs there, but like for the most part, what you hear is what we all played in the room together that day that we recorded the record.
Yeah. No click.
No click.
No, yeah. If you're paying real close attention, you can tell.
Oh yeah, I definitely picked it up. Not that there's anything wrong. The grooves are still really solid.
Yeah, I actually
but-
kind of like pushing those a little bit.
Yeah, I was gonna say I was just really impressed with some of the isolation you guys managed to get then, if that's what's going on, because the drums are huge and slamming, and yet you can still hear everything else. So, kudos there. That's very
Thanks.
hard to do if you're recording it all at once. All right.
Yeah.
On to track
You guys
3.
want to
Oh, what? Go ahead. Sorry, I didn't. We missed it.
We had every piece of Jeremy's furniture isolating.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah, sofas make great deadeners. All right. On track 3, which was I think all of our top 3s, Black Whale, White Sound.
9.
Give this one a 9.5.
9.
Gave it a 9.
You want to start? You want me to start?
This is probably because I got the most footage of this song, but this is the one I remembered the most. It also dropped a couple weeks or months before the album. I think it was my song of the day, one of the weeks. But this is definitely the one that was the most ingrained in my brain.
Okay. Yeah, I love the slow intro to the kick-in. I think that's one of my favorite things. It's just effort.
Guys, we're happy to sit here and nod, but we're kind of losing your audio.
It's mainly on the other side of the ring, the first side of the ring. The second half of you guys' commentary.
It's not. It isn't sending from the mixer, is it? Oh. Okay. Yeah, well, we're having some technical difficulties. Yeah, so I definitely started with a 9. With the ambient intro, the huge kick in. I love the energy all the way through. And then there's just a little break right before the ending on this song before it kicks back in. And I was like, okay, cool. That's it. That's I don't know. I kind of felt like they would think I was glazing them if I just started giving everything a 10. This was really close. But I did really enjoy this song.
I'm kind of right there with you. This one teetered on the edge for me because I won't lie, I really enjoyed this album. I listened to it 4 times already. Like, I'm a little bit glazing already. So maybe I could probably bump this up to a 10. I just loved the entire piece. And very much like Connor, the second I heard it, it just snapped me back to when I heard it live. And it's insane how similar it sounded. It just sounded cleaner. It was like that's super cool.
That's awesome.
Oh, we got a mic.
We're getting plugged in. We're getting the technical difficulties here finished. Did not turn on. All right. On to mic 2. Try again.
Logan, have you talked about this song?
Can they hear you?
No, but I can't. Someone want to switch cams?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Yeah. Like I suppose everyone else has said at this point, I was immediately transported right back to sitting at the bar in my leather jacket, drinking my Jack and Coke, and listening to this, going, "Damn, I can't wait for this record." And here it is. Bass, drums, guitar, all working together. Vocals in there too. Sorry, forgot that word. Can't read. And then yeah, like Carl had mentioned earlier, the cutout to like the Tom intro back in towards the end was just masterclass. Just the right amount of like break, hold, and then release of like the just right with the perfect heartbeat and breath and moment.
It's crazy how little things like that can have such like an emotional impact on a piece. Like I really felt that one with like that little bit.
Sorry, boys. I'm not used to running the switcher too. Yeah, no, 100%. There's a lot of killer dynamics and a lot of killer little spots like that all over this album.
Yeah, a lot of those add a lot. It just like helps keep things interesting without changing too much, and the way they're doing them is in like such interesting ways, even though they're such simple things, you know.
But it makes total sense what they said about the recording, because playing them live and then recording them is, I think, the way to do it. But that's not how most bands do nowadays. Most people go in and create something in the studio and then figure out how to play it live. So we're hearing a product of things being done. What I think is the better way. But did you talk?
No.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah, I'd say that's right, man. It's the opposite here. Trying to take what we do live and hopefully try to get it to translate onto the recording. Yes, it's hard.
Yeah, I really was really impressed at how well that came across. So that's killer. Where are we at, Connor? All right. Did you talk about track 3? I think you did. Okay. All right, we'll just keep going. We'll go on to track 4, which is No Chorus.
I gave No Chorus an 8 out of 10.
I gave No Chorus a 9 out
I
of
think
10.
you're picking up the laptop mic really well, and the mic in the corner pretty well too. But it's the
guys on your side of the room that
yeah. You,
Can you hear us better now?
yes.
oh yeah.
Cool.
Hopefully we sound a little better
I
too.
don't think I broke everything. We're good.
There it is, finally. Sorry, I'm dealing with a scratchy throat all day.
Yeah, it's cold and flu season. I'm sure you guys can hear me stopped up. We're on scores for No Chorus. Whenever you guys catch back up.
All right, I was making sure that
Didn't switch our
it
mics.
didn't switch our mics. What's happening?
Score on No Chorus, track 4.
I give this one a 7 out of 10.
I gave this one an 8 out of 10.
Nice. Somebody else want first? I can go first.
I want it first. I'm sick of talking last. You guys say everything. The actual movement of this song was the highlight to me. It was very well paced. It flowed very well into itself. There was not a single second where I was ever like, oh gosh, I don't want more of this song, or this song feels stuck. And that is something that even in some of my favorite songs, there's like a solid 3 to 5 seconds where I'm like, this part sucks. And this song didn't have any of that. The distortion was also phenomenal when it just like kicked in. I love the tone of it. I love the feel of it. And then I feel like I never talk about vocals on the show, so I did make a point to say that the vocals sounded good on like every song.
I agree, but this is the one that I have a little bit of a note about. I thought they were a little quiet in the mix, which is not that big of a deal. I love where this song ends. I just think it takes a second to get there, and I understand it's build up, and I love the atmosphere that it does, but it just takes a little bit to get there. But I do love what it does when it does get there. So
Yeah, I agree with you, but I think I'm more on the Logan side of things. Like, each piece of this song does so much for me, and then like transitioning between them, it's just awesome. Okay.
Yeah, all the ebb and flow of the tempo, and there's a few little modulations in the fills. I just love what I literally wrote is it feels like chaos is rising almost and underneath, and it never gets too busy. It never does anything. It just consistently builds up this wall of sound, and it's so cool when it's done right. It's just impressive.
This is actually my favorite song on the record, and in particular, like the end sequence of it.
Yeah.
And it was a pretty early. We wrote this pretty early on, actually.
Yeah.
It was one of the first ones that we did. Yeah, and it didn't change too much when Chris came into the band, other than just like kind of the more ambient voicings that are happening. But I've always really loved the end part of this song so much, and like what you guys are saying, it kind of feels like it's building to that point, and then when it gets to that end, like that kind of like interlude segment. I just love that. I love playing it. I love listening to it. I think it turned out well. So, but I'm surprised that people. I didn't figure it would be anybody's like favorite song. So I was like really surprised that you guys said that, because I really love this song, but I feel like I didn't think that anybody would like it as much as what I liked it. So it is kind of weird that I feel like I'm saying that I love it that much just because it's my own song, but I really do love it. So yeah.
100%. The other thing that was going through my mind when listening to this whole album was this stuff all sounds like a ton of fun to play. So I'm sure you guys enjoy playing it.
Yeah, we have a good time playing that, that's for sure. I don't think we could ever fault it for that. Yeah.
That's why we cut out all the extra notes, so it's fun to play.
All right, on to track 5. That is Nothing Lasts.
I also gave it an 8 out of 10.
This one got an 8 from me.
this one got a 9 from me.
This one got a 7.5.
This is easily my favorite on the album, and this is mostly because of me thinking that a lot of this sounds like a soundtrack to something. I could see like a movie playing in my head during this song. The reverb heavy accent guitar that's all high pitched, it's like 2 notes. Possibly my favorite part on the album. And the guitar solo at the end, the first time I heard it, I didn't really like it, but every time since then, I was like, no, they're right. That is how that should sound. It's a bunch of weird notes that don't seem like it should go together, and then they do. And it.
I call that the Egyptian shit.
Yeah, sometimes Jeremy's right. The high pitched stuff that you're talking about, I think, is the one person that's missing from our side of things is Chris. I know he's a member of the band. He actually plays a lap steel, like a 10-string lap or a pedal steel, and but he just warps the shit out of it. It sounds like an instrument. And his stuff that he puts kind of to fill in the gaps and rise above all of the murkiness of our kind of low mid heavy stuff is it's really critical for the sound of the band. Yeah, so I appreciate that you recognize that. The soundtrack thing is exactly. I actually said that very same thing the other day. Like, having listened to it a bunch, I'm like, I kind of, this song
I think it's like the riff is great, but it's just like that same riff over kind of different rhythmic sequences of that riff. So I was like, I don't know. So I think it's awesome when we're recording it. It turned out like, it gets heavy. I was worried that people might be like, this is just too much of the same thing. Even though I love the riff. Yeah.
That song is essentially 2 chords, and then the riff that you hear is like transitions between those 2 chords.
Between those chords, but
That's why I gotta play the Egyptian shit.
no, man, I think it sounds like it could be like an intro to like a streaming series or something like that. That's exactly what I thought too. Like at some parts of it, and I thought that's so funny that you guys said that because I had that exact same conversation maybe like 3 days ago. So it's funny that you said that because that's just very coincidental. But that's exactly what I thought too. Like listening to it back. So
tell all your producer friends.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that like cinematic feel is the exact reason why it got an 8 for me. I thought that like building that sound was so cool, and even though like some parts of it are super simple, they put so much like emotion into everything. It feels grand.
It's not all super simple. There's some killer hi-hat work going on in this one.
That's true.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Just a little bit of flash.
Yeah. I think very unfortunately, I looked at this through the cinematic lens. It was like, this isn't a cinema. This is an album. And so therefore it got ducked half a point. But it was a great track. It was nothing bad. It was just a very good. I don't want to say I would kick back and listen to this like I would the Beatles, but I, as a human being, would. I don't know that everyone should, but I would.
I would.
What are you guys listening on, man?
Pardon?
With like some of our influences, what we all listen to.
No, what are you listening to music on? You guys have.
Oh, yeah. So that's where we all differ quite a bit. So I actually have my monitors on here. I use these for mixing the DT770s. I'll usually run across a couple different headphones if I don't like how it sounds in these, and then I also always listen to a reference track. So that way, if I make comments about the mix, I know I'm not an idiot. But
I use the Sony's, Connor. What are the full name of those?
You have the XM4s. I have the 3s. I don't
Yeah.
think there's too much of a difference though.
And then I also listen to this one in my car a lot.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Yeah. I ran it on AirPods and then Shure SE215s because those are usually my bass lines.
yeah, the whole trick is we try to listen on stuff we know well.
Mm-hmm.
Since I mix in these, that makes it easy.
So I don't think I have missed an album on the Sonys for this show at all. So it's
Nice.
kind of my standard is those headphones.
Yeah.
And sometimes I get it in the car, like for an extra listen. But
My scores went up a lot when I switched to these from the Sonys that you're wearing, the 7506s, because that's what I was using for everything. And they make everything sound very cruel.
I was gonna say we listen to enough smaller bands that don't have millions of dollars to pump into production that these are a death sentence for those albums.
Yeah, it's a little rough.
Sometimes the more accurate, the worse.
Yeah, I tell people with headphones, sometimes you want the Cadillac, sometimes you want something that soaks up the bumps. 100%.
I prefer the Pontiac of headphones.
Oh, there you go. Pontiac.
I like the Yugo.
Yeah, these are headphones. I think the AirPod's more like the Segway, but all right,
Geo Tracker.
we will we'll get back in here.
You go sport about in the 80s. Had a Welch's grape can for a lid on the past can.
That is actually awesome. Not many people have seen them in person. All right.
It came with a spare motor.
A great sign, always.
That's how you buy Volkswagens. You buy them with the parts car. Yeah. All right. Track 6. We are on Wendigo on Skates.
Give it a 7 out of 10.
This one got a 7.5 from me.
Got a 6.5.
This one got 10.
Mine is just the normal interlude rules that we usually run.
This
but
one-
it's got like an interlude plus because it is. Its notes are honestly all in the next song. So
For me, it's an interlude plus plus. Like, this deserves 2 points. This is awesome.
It's literally what I wrote. Is interlude plus plus. Yeah, we tend to give interludes of anywhere from a 5 to a 6 normally here, just because they function and it helps the pacing score we're going to go through later. But Yeah, other than that, I love the bass tone here. Other than saying it's an interlude plus plus, I love how it opened up with the bass guitar.
Yeah, it's very few times on the show I can say that instantaneously did a track gain it points, and the answer was 2 points right off the bat. I was like, Wendigo and Skates, that's instantly, we're sitting at 7 points on that interlude. And then I really enjoyed the guitar on this. It was something new, and then really light and fun at the beginning, and that was something I was I don't necessarily know expecting, but ready for. Is the second it was there, I was like, you're here now, sweet. It's like the greatest surprise at a family function, you know, that cousin you thought wasn't gonna be there and shows up.
Surprise track. All right. Speaking of tracks, though, we'll get on to track 7. That was terrible. Kill me. All right. Track 7 is Full Weight.
Give it an 8.5.
I gave it a 9.
I gave it an 8.
I gave it 7.5.
Nice. The big reason this one got a big score for me is just how much drive the drums have here. They're just pulling that song along. They do it the whole time. I love it. And there's just also this huge dynamic build again. I won't say every track has it. This has an even bigger build than some of the other ones, but there's just so many dynamics going on in this album. It's impressive.
It really kept the drive going, especially out of an interlude. I feel like this song does its job perfectly. Like, yeah, you got your cool down track, you got the interlude right there, and then it pulls you right back into this like super cool sound that you got going on.
Did it not perfectly lead in?
It did.
Okay,
Yeah, it
that's
did.
what I thought. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the song that like, just like pulls you back into the album.
Mm-hmm. So I don't fully know what happened. It seemed, I think I might have missed the actual like transition second. So I was like, I'm pretty sure it did, 'cause it sounded like it did, but I did miss that exact transition. Like, hopefully I'm not writing this down and then I'm wrong and it's not that at all. But no, that was great. And then it, like you guys were saying, it keeps the energy up. It kept the drive going from the tracks before it. And I mean, well, the interlude got a lower score. It transitioned perfectly into this and sounded like a part of this song.
Yeah. Wow, guys, thanks.
I
will
stole all
say,
your notes.
I guess my funny note here is one of the harmonics reminded me of Chris Benoit's walkout music, and and it sent me through the roof. I was like, oh no.
Logan, has anyone ever told you that your anecdotes are like Family Guy cutaways?
Oh,
Because that's exactly what it's like.
I'm waiting for the paid animator to get this one. But it was
Who's paying him?
nobody. That's the thing. This way it doesn't get us our clips. But yeah, it was not even a plus or a minus. I just was like, that is wildly hilarious, and I love it because it's a great squeal, and it's just a note. But I feel like that is something that, well, since Chris Benoit existed, people stay away from that area of tones. And I will say it is quite a baller move to go back, and I'm here for it.
We'll take that note as something we should maybe pay attention to next time we're making decisions.
Yeah, make sure to watch wrestling outros.
Yeah,
through your
yeah.
albums
Just
goes.
listen to a bunch of wrestling intros and then find out who's a bad person.
I don't know. It's funny how music can trigger different parts of your brain sometimes. I definitely agree with that. I think all artists in general have some sort of weird, like, synesthesia at some point. I mean, all of us hear music and think colors or think something to do that. So
We have described entire albums by what food they are before.
yeah.
I mean, frequency is light, it's sound,
Oh,
it's
Jesus
everything.
Christ. How much time do you got?
It's a lot.
You guys don't know how many hours of our lives we've lost in that conversation.
All right, we'll keep it rolling here. We got track 8, which is our final track on this LP, is Neon Blackout.
10.
It's also a 10 from me.
Give it an 8.5.
Okay, I don't have to be peer pressure. I gave it an 8.
Took a risk.
You know what? I'll go first. One, this is another song that got stuck in my head over and over and over again. I think the vocalist here, I haven't talked about him a lot this album, and I'm a vocalist guy. I talk about vocals a lot. I wanted to save everything for this song because, for those of you who don't know, 55% of language in communication is body language. You completely miss out on that with music. When you can paint such a perfect picture with that kind of visceral tonality, it is beautiful. And that's my piece. I loved every part of this song.
That's awesome.
Good luck whoever's following that.
I can go. Mine's really easy.
It was my version of the frequency conversation.
Watch this
there
one.
you go.
Ditto.
Yeah. No, mine's really easy. I'm a drummer, and you gave me a shuffle groove. You know, I don't care if you're Jeff Beccaro, Bernard Purdy, or John Bonham, whoever you're inspired by it did it. Absolutely love a little bit of a shuffle beat in there. I sneak them in everywhere I can and shouldn't.
Pretty shuffle. Never go wrong.
Yeah, I'm a sucker for them. Also, you gave me one of my favorite things where the audio doesn't appear where you think it's going to. I always call him a buffalo, but no one gets that reference because I don't even know where I got it from. So I've explained them before here on the show and done a bad job, but my notes say buffalo into giant soundscape, yes, in all caps, and that's taking up 2 lines in the notes. So I absolutely love the little break with the vocals into just this huge moment. It was almost surreal listening, and of course I had it turned up pretty loud, so it was a pretty visceral feeling.
Surreal's a good word for this album, honestly. I hadn't thought of that until you said it, but it does a great job of keeping the energy going that it's been giving us the entire time. It has similar. No, that was the same note. I think this works great as an ending track. I don't think any amount of reshuffling like we do sometimes on this show would have made a better ending than this. It was great.
I disagree, but that's because I wanted 3 more tracks.
That's fair.
That is like the honest answer to this one. It probably is a 10, and it just got hit with the, well, it's the last one, and I'm not ready yet. I loved just all of the energy and the movement to it. The bass was just real nice and chunky, that warm wrapped blanket still. The vocals, the reverb on it was just like perfect for me. That's the exact right amount that I want to hear. And I don't think I've ever said that. So.
All right. Easy enough. That
Well,
gets
big
us.
ups to Danny Calb is the guy who mixed the record, and it sounds like he put a lot of things in the right place. We definitely believe that he's a wizard. He put a lot of good stamps on this record. So
And mastered it.
and he mastered it too. Yeah. So a lot of the dynamics that you guys are hitting on are definitely something that we worked with him to make sure got inked onto the record. So Danny Calb is a great guy to work with for you musicians out there who might want to capture some of that on your next record.
Yeah, no, appreciate that. Yeah, it's really hard to capture any of that at all, and especially so I come from a jazz background, so you know all of that music has a lot of dynamics and a lot of build and a lot of that stuff, but there's also a huge barrier to entry for anyone that doesn't listen to jazz to get all of that out of it. And I could play this album for anyone, and I think they would get it. I don't think there's any sort of issues with that. So another huge compliment there. But
Thanks. Oh, I think also having done it here, you know, like we had some like nicer preamps. We bought some preamps and really just tried to do the best we could.
Awesome old couches.
Yeah, like did like all of our own like isolation stuff, but you know, we didn't again use the click track. We just kind of went in one day and did it, and then it turned out I think better than what we had anticipated. Maybe we got it to a place where we thought it was good enough, and then sent it to Danny and had some notes with it, but.
It's also our practice space, so we're super comfortable with it.
Yeah.
Those kind of dynamics are some things that we hopefully are able to perform in our space and live too. We're lucky.
well, that's engineer's dream is to have a band perform well, and then you just get to not screw it up as a sound engineer. That's really the dream, is to not get to screw up a great recording, and that sounds like what was done here. So that is awesome. All right, on to our big three here at the end. Our three main scores. I guess one of them is the biggest three, but
The biggest, yeah.
so on first we have pacing.
I gave it a 9.
I'm gonna bump mine up to an 8.5.
I gave it an 8.
I gave it an 8.
My only note, there was a couple of tracks that was a little weird in between them, and it might have been Apple Music messing up on my end, but there was a couple spots that just kind of was kind of abrupt, and that's fine. But for an album not to be a concept album and tell a story, that's about as high of a pacing score as it probably is going to do. Pretty much the only thing that gets 10s around here on pacing is concept albums.
I hope you guys get the vinyl.
Yeah, the
because
the vinyl's a different. So some of the cuts between tracks on Spotify or any digital service, yeah, are required to just kind of go track to track to track. But the vinyl version of this, there's stuff in between. There's never a break. It just flows one into the next, and we have some more noise and stuff between that.
There's even some added audio,
Yeah.
like phone calls and stuff.
We'll make sure we get you guys a vinyl to listen to all together at some point. But yeah, the track A and track B are cut as one single track. There's no
Side A and side B.
Or sorry, yeah, side A and side B are cut as single tracks. There's no quiet at any point.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, so
That's
you got to
good
make
to know.
some choice where to put a stop and a start for digital distro.
Yeah, we agree though. Some of those transitions are not what we want them to be on the Spotify versions or whatever.
Yeah, and then you've always got to make some sort of judgment to make it work on streaming. I get that 100%.
Yeah, and it sounds like the vinyl version would make my pacing score a 10, because the only things that I had issues with were, I wish it were a little bit longer, and some of the transitions between songs feel a little weird. Like, I felt the parts that were cut out.
Yeah, I'm honestly in the same boat. Other than, I think my score might have been affected by not being able to sit down and listen all at once. I had a little bit of a break towards the bottom half, where I just had to go do something. But no, it was solid pacing. It's not too long of an album anyway, and I think the shorter albums usually get an average higher pacing score anyway. But I think everything minus the little cuts that I think the vinyl is going to fix when it gets here. It's pretty good.
Yeah. Look, I'll be honest. I was just ramped up for the next 30 minutes of this album, and then it cut off. And that is what did it for the pacing score. I'm used to those hour-long ones here. My attention span has grown, and quite frankly, I was having such a good time and just encapsulated no burnout at all. That's something to be said.
Right, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, just really the pacing shot itself in the foot by not being twice as long and
Twice as long, twice as many songs.
yeah, you know, just twice the
Just
hour.
more.
Yeah, but we try to do for the listener what we do for Jeremy's mom. That's leave it on.
I think that was also something when we had the number of songs that we did. You know, we were like, do we think that we need more songs? I think we kind of had done that, but then if you look back to a lot of the records from like the 70s, I think a lot of them were around 8 tracks. Like there was a good number of them that were in that range. I think like for modern music, we're used to having such a like an extended play of stuff that.
And to fit on the album.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this is about
vinyl.
this is what fits on the vinyl. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's-
that was-
Yeah, as soon as I saw it was listed as an LP, I immediately was like, oh, this is exactly what will fit on a vinyl comfortably. So I realized it pretty quickly.
We are happy
Yeah,
that
unfortunately,
LP was used properly.
We wanted to think about that.
Awesome. On to album art.
I gave it an 8.
I also gave it an 8.
I think I know why Carl gave it an 8, but
Yeah.
I gave it a 10.
Oh man, I gave it an 8, but a 10 feels also correct.
I mean, the album art's gorgeous. I just have a hill that I'll die on,
Yep,
and that
yep.
I need to have a band name and an album title on it.
I almost wrote it down that you were going to say that.
Hey, that's all. I mean, that's all it is. And it's not that I don't love pictures and I love this stuff. I don't care if it's small.
Okay, here's the argument. I think if it was any more tracks, it would need the name of the artist name and album name on there. But I think because it's 8, it works. And I don't know how to explain that because that really doesn't make any sense. But
I'm on Carl's side of things here. I really wish there were like a small white text at the very bottom that said like teeth marks or something. Because they also have a very sick name.
Yeah, especially stylized in all lower caps. It's real cool.
Right.
All lowercase. Lower caps.
lower
Isn't a thing.
caps.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I've been staring at this for like 45 seconds now. It's a 10. This is goated.
I'm saying.
It just looks so perfect. It fits everything perfect. My Apple Music's going screwy. But yeah, I love it. Also, great color palette.
What is it?
What is it?
What is it? What was the question? He said, "What is it?"
What is the album art?
Yeah.
What's it a picture of?
Oh yeah, the album art. It's actually taken from a much larger piece. That's like a painting from the like mid 1800s. That I digitized and then played with the colors a little bit, the contrast and whatnot. I should probably know the artist's name off the top of my head. It's like it's something I found on public domain.
Oh,
We can-
sweet.
We understand that there's public domain music going on behind you right now on the live stream. So
What are you talking about? I made this.
you made this? Well, it's public domain now. It's playing behind us.
No, it's still private domain.
Yeah, you
It's
will.
ours.
You will hear from our lawyers if you use this.
It
music.
reminds me of the Nothing from the Never-Ending Story.
Oh man, what a terrifying
what I thought
concept to
myself.
try and teach kids about these days. The nothing from the never-ending story. It's terrifying because it's just the existence of nothing.
I feel like we're headed that way right now.
What's the name of the wolf character that guarded the nothing?
Oh no!
It's like
I
Or something.
I only remember Falcor.
I think
It's
Gnark.
Gnark, Gnark, or something
Yeah.
like that. I love that book and the movie as a kid.
It's another Rolling Stone.
Atreyu.
Yeah, Trey is the lead guy, and then Sebastian's reading the book.
Gamork. It's Gamork.
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 Okay.
Come on, man.
Yeah, Gamork. All right. Jeremy, what would Jeremy say?
Yeah.
Alright, we ready?
Brain said that.
What's his Jeremy
Alright.
actually mean?
So we'll do our big top number here. So album overall.
I'm gonna give it 10.
Yes.
I'm gonna throw it.
So I have a score and then I have the score after seeing it live. So I feel like after seeing them live, there's no way this is not a 10. I feel like if I had heard this album cold today, it would have been a 9.
Oh man, we couldn't hear either one of those things.
Oh no! So I said if from seeing you guys live, the album's definitely a 10, and how well it translated over. But if I had heard this cold today, I think it would have been a 9. So it's not that different.
Oh,
I'll
yeah.
take that.
Yeah.
Now the pressure's on.
No, go ahead.
So I think this version of it is going to get an 8.
Okay.
Seeing it live, you're right, is a 10. And I'm excited to see where the vinyl sits when we hear the like pacing of that and what that affects the current score.
Yeah, I also gave it an 8. Do I need to say the live thing again? Look, I'll be honest. I think they did this on purpose to get more streams. I had to stream this at back to back. Like I said, it's just the more songs and yeah, those little transitions. So I'm excited for the vinyl cut. I do think the translation of live to vinyl, or not vinyl, live to recording was immaculately done. It's one of those things that we talk about. If you can capture it right and do it right, it is the best sound, and clearly our scores reflect it. It is just hats off to it.
Yeah,
Yeah, thank you so much. All
Yeah.
these scores are ridiculous.
yeah, 100%. I mean, it's really cool to see someone that wanted to create something, and then it's even cooler to hear something physical as good as what we heard live, or very close to as good. That is something that's so hard to pull off. So, big kudos there, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I mean, I'm in that same boat with you guys. The experiencing this live is kind of what changed it for me, I guess. Like, I could fill in the bits and pieces that were almost missing in my brain. Like, I could excuse the pacing stuff and any other thing, just because I loved how all of this sounded. And then, like, pulling me back to that moment, like, being able to paint that sort of picture in my head from... No, it's insane.
It is funny seeing the opposite of what happened with Minnows, because we did that album first and then saw them live. And
Same show.
It's funny seeing.
Yeah.
It's funny seeing the exact opposite happen.
We didn't hate that album. I didn't like the mix, but we didn't hate the album.
I like that album a lot.
I like that album.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will say, I also think this was like one of our most anticipated albums of the year. I can't remember how many times I went to go look to see if it was out just before this. And even at the show, as you guys were playing, we were like, all right, we're going to go buy their vinyl. And we went over to the merch table, was like, oh, no vinyl.
It was so sad.
Oh, yeah. It's coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're sad too.
We
Yeah.
thought we'd have it as well.
That's awesome. Well, we're about to get on to probably our favorite part of having a band on. Right? That's what's next.
Oh, yeah. This is, well, look up. Let me get the whole... Boom. This is where we get to our favorite part of the show. This is the Plug Yo Shit segment. This is where you guys get to tell us everything you've got going on, coming out, and coming up.
Well, I hate to tell you, but you all broke up.
Oh, that's so fun. Shout yo shit out.
Yeah, so we got this record available to stream anywhere you stream music. It's being pressed to vinyl. Currently, it's being supported by a record label called Better Days Will Haunt You Records. They're putting it out on vinyl. We're hoping very soon in the new year we'll have copies of that available to dole out to people. Next show is February 7th.
Yep.
Back at Rumba, I think, where you guys saw us the very first time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're stoked to just push this as far and as wide as we can.
Awesome. You guys have socials, YouTube pages, any of that stuff you want us to go? Want anybody to go like and subscribe?
Instagram at Teeth Marks Music.
Yep.
Bandcamp is where the merch store is. That's teethmarksmusic.bandcamp.com. Yeah, YouTube, Teeth Marks Music. I think if you go Teeth Marks Music all one word, you'll end up somewhere that has some reflection on what we're doing.
Awesome. Well, guys, we want to thank you again for having us here, or having you here with us. It's always
Let's tune
awesome.
in.
And man, thanks for doing this.
Yeah,
Just
seriously.
having a group of people that listens to a local band and dives deep, it gives a whole album a chance. It's just, it's great.
Yeah, pretty soon you guys will.
Yeah.
Carson, I already got it.
Yeah. So
you should.
Yeah, I was gonna say Connor already ordered a vinyl. Carson's ordering one right now, so we may have some more ordered before the end of the night.
We're pumped to see him as much as anybody is to get it. Like, we're just as the anticipatory side of that is very big for us as well. So thank you again for supporting us, man. I mean, really, like, it's like they're saying, it's just really nice to have people that when we put this out, it was a lot of back and forth to getting it to where we thought it was good enough to where we wanted it to be. We're very happy with it, but again, it's something when you put something out that you're happy with, you don't know how people are going to respond to it. You hope that it is a good response. You try to get as happy as what you can with it. But the fact that you guys like it, and it was something that, I mean, it's huge. That it was maybe the most anticipated thing that you're saying. I mean, that's enormous, and really that's a huge compliment to us, because again, just putting it out was big enough for us, but the fact that people are reciprocal and liking it and doing a deep dive is just the biggest compliment we could get from it. So thank you very much.
So we're laughing. Carson literally has his credit card out ordering the vinyl right now.
It's a good album. I love it.
Just link it to your PayPal.
I don't have a PayPal.
Oh.
Yeah, you can.
Carson, don't point your card at the camera.
It's not at the camera. It's okay.
Oh my goodness.
All right, guys.
It will
so
be.
the card numbers are 1, 2, 4, 4.
If we can get some kind of little vinyl listening party or something together, man, we'll let you guys know.
Oh, that'd be awesome, actually.
We'll bring a lot of cameras.
And by a lot, he means 2 or 3.
I'll say maybe
That's
probably just the one.
Yeah.
Probably just the one.
A couple of iPhones.
Well, that's awesome. Yeah, guys,
Our
don't.
original plan was to take the vinyl over to Sweeney's and do a listening party before the show with our vinyl, but we still don't have our vinyl.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's not a lot of plants that make them, so pressing tends to take a long time now.
Yeah, this plant is moving. That's the delay. We're relocating and building a bigger facility. So
Yeah, we'll share with you that we were originally supposed to have it in our hands October 31st.
Well, no, I believe it. I don't know how long ago it was now, but there's and I don't know if it's still up or not, but maybe a year and a half ago, Jack White put up a very funny video from him at Third Man, basically begging all the record companies to build pressing plants because he is happy to take their money and keep making money off of them, but he just cannot keep up. And I mean that's just wild to think that physical media is that back. But here there's 4 of us here that all have very large vinyl collections, so it can't be that weird.
Oh no, vinyl's cool, bro.
Yeah.
Also, I did order the vinyl.
Oh yeah. All right. We can probably do our little thing. Don't forget, if you're out there liking Teeth Marks, go do that first. But while you're there, hit like and subscribe for us. We really appreciate it. We're almost to 1,000 guys. We're so close. I know I say it every time when you guys laugh, but I mean, we are. We're really close. We do also have some killer merch. Wearing one of our speed jackets here. We can't forget Album Mug Club. Logan's got one of our varsity jackets on, not the varsity hoodies. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Halfway covered up, but
It's cold.
yeah, we're still rocking. We're gonna be rocking in the new year. Is this our last live of the year?
This is our last live of the year.
Well, that's
Save
awesome.
the best one for the last.
Yeah.
Well, guys, keep doing it. Don't. Just keep going.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is really important.
Yeah, speaking of keep doing it, since you guys said that, we don't exactly have an album for the first episode of the new season. So, do you guys have any suggestions? Something we should take a look at next time?
Good record.
Have you talked to the guys from Good Reverend yet?
I don't believe so.
They put out a record in October time frame. All really good buddies of ours. They're a good time. They'd be my suggestion.
Package just put out a record too if you're into the
It's more like
speed metal.
Yeah.
Speed metal, also great dudes.
Nice.
Yeah. If you could send us the artist page for those, we will definitely we'll probably put those 2 in a wheel, and whichever one comes up, that'll be our first episode of season 6.
Takish actually is playing at a show at Ace of Cups on the 19th. It's kind of a fun a benefit show for like Christmas charity kind of stuff. So it's gonna be a pretty slamming show. It's like a lot of metal bands, but
December 19th?
December 19th at Ace of Cups. Yeah.
I'm playing a solo show December 19th.
Oh,
book me?
I'll be on the same day. But, yeah.
The same 19th.
We're also playing a benefit show
December 19th.
December 19th at Chris's studio.
Yeah.
Well, Josh is. We'll be
I'll
there.
play some solo songs.
We'll be there cheerleading.
Well, it sounds like Petey's going to Takish.
I'm just saying it is there. It's there if you guys want to check them out and see them live. You know what I mean? Which is definitely a good thing. So either one of the shows are going to be great. So
Heck yeah.
Awesome. We definitely appreciate that, guys. What else do we have? If we want to stick around for just a second, we'll see about Song of the Days when we're off the live here.
We'll figure that out when we're no longer live.
Perfect. All right. Well, thanks everybody
Thanks, guys.
for joining
Thanks,
us.
Yeah.
See you next week, or not next week, like
Next year.
in like next year.
See you next year.
Then I see it.